absolutely fuming. Customer services at Jessops camera store in Manchester, it's absolutely ridiculous. I just cannot believe how poor it is. I need to go for a walk in the woods to clear my head, because otherwise this is just going to end up as a rant at Jessops, and I don't really want to do that. But I'm absolutely blazing mad with them. More on that coming up after I've been for a walk. So a pro tip for you, if you're losing your shit and you're getting really angry, just go for a nice walk in a wooded area. It really calms you down. So a little bit of a backstory about Jessops. Well, Jessops is a camera company in the UK. It was formed in 1935 by Frank Jessop, and they grew to 187 stores in the UK. In January 2013, they went into administration. I think it was the 11th of January they ceased trading. A couple of months later, in the March, Dragon's Den's Peter Jones, CBE, decided he was going to save them. So he purchased, however it works when something goes bankrupt, and he opened up 4 new stores of Jessops and called them Jessops Europe. Now the stores was opened in London, Manchester, Birmingham and Aberdeen. And over the last 5 years, they've grown to 52 stores. And I'm a big supporter of the high street store. It's something that's dying in this age of buying everything on the internet. A high street store is really sort of special. So over the last 5 years, I've been trying to support Jessops by buying most of my camera stuff there. And I think I've made a bit of a mistake, because I've not been treated very well with Jessops. I apologise if this is windy. The wind has suddenly come and it started to rain. So if I cut this short, I'll get back to you once I'm in the dry. Well, yeah, I've always wanted to support retail stores. I wanted to spend my money there. And like I say, over the last 5 years, I've used Jessops a hell of a lot. I've spent tens of thousands of pounds in Jessops buying camera equipment. But this year, I invested in a Sony A7iii. Fantastic camera. I will do a review at some point on the channel with the camera. But I noticed a few videos uploaded to YouTube, a few comments on Twitter, that there was a problem with the mic input on the camera and it was being intermittent. So I thought I'd check mine out. Lo and behold, I had a problem with it. Now this is where this story really begins. Well, that rain was absolutely biblical. So back to the story. I discovered that my 4-week-old Sony A7iii had this issue with the microphone input. And I discovered this after watching the YouTube videos and the posts which I'd seen on Facebook and on Twitter. I hadn't actually used the microphone on my camera, and it was this that made me plug the microphone in to give it a try. And lo and behold, it wasn't working. So I decided I was going to box the camera up and take it back into Jessops in Manchester to get it replaced. Now I thought that was quite a reasonable thing to do, considering the camera was 3 weeks old. A little issue, I had some work commitments, so it was about another 5 days before I could get into the store with the camera. So I did that. I spoke to one of the sales team, told him what the issue was, and they said they would have to send the camera off for repair. I said, well, the camera is really 4 weeks old, just over 4 weeks old now. Shouldn't you really replace it? the answer was no. He told me that the back of the receipt says you have 14 days to return something. After that, you can't return it, which isn't quite legal because in the UK, you have 30 days to return something. In fairness, this was now around 32, 33 days old of me having the camera. So in fairness, they was kind of right in saying it, but they wanted it to be 14 days. I put my argument across and got nowhere with it. What they said they would do would be to send the camera away to be repaired. I begrudgingly accepted this, and I'm thinking to myself, it's probably a loose connection, a little bit of soldering needs doing, not a massive job. A couple of days, a week at the tops to repair it, and then I'm happy, everybody's happy. That didn't turn out to be the case. After 8 days, I rang the store. I was put on hold for around 10 minutes, listening to some god-awful music. Then someone finally came back to me. I gave them the repair number, and I was informed that Jessops Repair Centre couldn't fix the camera, and they'd had to send it on to Sony. So I said, well, how long is this going to take? And I was told it'd be with Sony for around 2 weeks. Not a lot I can do in this situation. Wasn't very happy about it, but it's something I had to accept. So 2 weeks passes, and I've still heard nothing about the camera. So I give the store another call. Again, I'm on hold for about 5 or 6 minutes. Someone comes back to me and says, the camera's on the way back to the store. It'll be here on Friday. Should be ready for collection the following Monday. Okay, all good and well. Not very happy about it, but we have to deal with that. By this time, I'm now turning down work. I haven't got the full frame camera, which I use for my professional work. So I'm turning work down left, right and centre. I'm out of pocket because of no camera, which isn't the best scenario. The Monday comes and goes. No news whatsoever. So on the Tuesday lunchtime, I ring the camera store again. Again, spend 5 or 6 minutes on hold. And I'm told there's been a delay at Sony. The camera's going to be at least another 2 weeks. By this time, my rage is getting extremely high. I'm turning away work. I'm losing money. I don't have a camera. And Jessops have had the camera in repair for longer than I've actually owned the camera. I think that's out of order. So the following day, I went to the store myself and asked to speak to the manager. A guy comes to talk to me who claims to be the manager. And all I can say was he had a couldn't care less attitude. He just kept saying to me, the back of your receipt says 14 days, you can't return the camera. I was saying, I'm losing money here, I'm turning away work for a camera that was faulty when I bought it. And I'm convinced it was faulty when I bought it because I hadn't plugged the microphone in until I'd found out there was an issue. Basically, I was refused a replacement or a refund. So that's where we are today. I lost my temper. I needed to go for a walk to cool down, and I've put this video together. So my next plan of action is I've done a little bit of research on the, it used to be called the Sales of Goods Act in the UK. It changed in 2015. And there is a couple of sort of paragraphs that state if you're being inconvenienced by a repair or the time it takes to repair is unacceptable, you should get your money back. That's the line of where I'm going down now. As far as I'm concerned, I am inconvenienced, I'm turning down work, I'm losing money, and 6 weeks at a minimum to repair the camera is totally unacceptable. And I'd like to know what you think about that. If you think 6 weeks for a repair on a camera that was 4 weeks old is unacceptable, please let me know, because I don't know if it's just me who sees it this way, or am I being a little bit too, I expect too much. I really don't know. But I'd love to know your comments, so please leave a comment down below with your opinions. Should the camera have been replaced or a refund offered from the get-go? Because I'm unsure. I believe that that's how it should have worked out, but I may be wrong, I don't know. Well, thank you for watching this video. If you've enjoyed it, found it useful, please give me a thumbs up, because I just really don't know where to go with this. The one thing I do know is after spending thousands of pounds in Jessops, I will never buy so much as an SD card from them again. They have totally lost my business. And it's such a shame, because a retail unit on the high street, I am a big fan of it. It's something that's a dying thing. And I wanted to do my bit to keep Jessops going, the local camera store. And because of my experience with the customer experience with them, that's not going to happen. I'm more likely to now do all my purchases through Amazon or on online stores. I'm just so fed up with the whole scenario. So please let me know. Am I right? Am I wrong? Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.